Evening all, how are we doing? Happy Tuesday. Hope your week's all going well. Oh, it was a bit quiet. How's things? I just had an idea, and I think it's a great idea. I'm just not quite sure how to deal with this. Yeah, that'll probably do for the minute, maybe. Right, so, brain, forward, onward, upwards, something like that. How are we doing, folks? Evening, Steve. Thank you for the sub, Simon. Welcome on in. Evening, Amber. How's it going? It's a bit weird over here. Yeah, more or less settling in, aren't we? Let's get play and get things rolling. Hope everybody's doing well. Evening, Cal. Bit of a slow off the mark today, apparently, but yeah, this is what it is. I've had a decent day. Hope you guys have as well. Steam Next Fest is rolling along, so I've been having a look at or picking some demos to download and try out. I've got 3 downloaded at the moment, so that'll give me something to do. And made a video on the latest Fallout news with this whole ongoing issue with the punch card machines and stuff. And what it turns out is apparently an exploit that people have been engaging in. Some kind of duplication thing from the sound of it. Yeah, it's been a whole thing, so I've been attending to that. And yeah, now we're here. I meant to do some other stuff, but I kind of forgot, and I've been doing other stuff. And also the cat distracted me. She's settled down for a nap till dinner arrives in about 3/4 of an hour. Down behind my desk on the sofa. Let's go over that, shall we? Yeah, continuing with Tainted Grail, as I've had substantially more sleep actually in the last however many hours since we were last here. So that's good, but I still don't fancy wrestling with Oblivion if it's just not going to work properly. We'll wait to see if we get an update. I did actually delete yesterday's Oblivion stream, like outright. Didn't just unlist it or actually deleted the whole darn thing because we achieved naff all apart from me getting annoyed. So I thought, seeing as we'll still be picking up from the same save as and when, hopefully anyway, it wasn't really worth having that failed effort of a 40-minute stream on the channel, so I got rid of it. Yeah, anyway, we're here, we're going back to the Horns of the South, and we're going to do some questing and exploring and stuff, and make our way along the coast a bit, I think. Probably. Mark II Real Advanced Drag Mod. Ooh. I've got a Mark II Real already. Haven't got about the Drag Mod. I've done a little bit of stuff, but I've not got a great deal of great rewards for fishing yet. Survival mode, so that the highest difficulty cargo. I'd imagine that would offer you a large can of whoop ass. So early game, you'd be very, very, very squishy, I would think. Anyway, as you may see from the thumbnail, I've got the new picture of my character on it. Try to make a cool-looking wizard and end up looking like Rasputin. It's all good, though. Superior bait should give you best odds of anything anyway, but apparently rainy weather and... okay, that's quite hard. Rainy weather and... the middle bait, improved bait, that was the word I was looking for. Apparently that works quite well as well. Those were red priests right at the start. Yeah, I can imagine you would. Mind you, that can happen in normal difficulty, whatever it's called, if you're not careful. First red priest can give you a fairly effective walloping if he sets his mind to it. The nicer, he says, in air quotes, weather we're having today is also coming with a slightly higher pollen count, judging by the tickliness of my nose. But it could have something to do with me snuggling the cat earlier. That might have something to do with it. Also makes my nose tickly. Mostly because she's got a lot of fur. She was being quite stroppy before. She obviously liked the smell of dinner. and sat in the kitchen, and when the dinner went past and didn't land up in front of her, she was most perturbed, which was quite amusing when that happens. Yeah, I want to make my way along the coastline, which come out the back of Horns of the South here. We've just come down this way, haven't we? So we're kind of going to do a 180 and go along the coastline. And we'll see what happens after that. What's this? Oh, repairing the deck. Can't do that just yet. Soon, but not yet. I'm currently equipped with, I believe, a lightning spell, which is both of which are raise. Heavy cast jumps between multiple enemies. Okay. I've got Flame Torrent if I need it, Hailstone, and I can also summon a skeleton, which I might have to have a go at as well. Yeah, and looking like quite the handsome Rasputin wizard fellow. It is quite dark. It's the one drawback to being out here at night, which may be more of an issue for me than you guys, I imagine. You can, worst case scenario, turn some lightness down. I already have my lights at the lowest level and it's quite bright. Interesting. So we can go around this rock, can I? Does going around this rock present me with anything interesting to find? No, I end up in the ocean in a way that did not look like I was ending up in the ocean. Weird. There's like a spot in the back of my brain that I'm looking for, and I can't quite remember where it is, and it's dark, so it makes it even harder to find. All spooky noises at night. The weirdness coming out. I keep seeing weird reviews and stuff of this game. They come up late, like somebody stumbled onto it a few weeks later, and then another week goes by and somebody else stumbled onto it and written a review in a big publication of some kind. And they keep going, oh, by the way, this thing's really bleeding cool. Yeah, been aware of this for a while. But, might be a small dose if I told you so on that point. Yes, so I've come around here. I definitely feel like I've missed something. I don't know if it's because it's dark and actually have missed something. That is absolutely no help, is it? Ooh, interesting. Deep old cave. Now my O2 level's down here. Get up there and I should be able to breathe again. Cool. Didn't know this was here. There's a lot of sort of hidden bits and pieces like this around, apparently. I'm reminded of some of the stuff that Nate Perkypile said about the development of Skyrim and stuff. That a small team at the time meant they had the freedom to just do weird stuff on their own and put it in the game. As teams get larger, they can't really facilitate things like that anymore. It has to be a bit more coordinated, and it doesn't always benefit creativity. Paraphrase, obviously. Okay, so where's this brought me out? Okay, so I sort of went in there and out here. Interesting, okay. I have to come back along here and in the daytime at some point, so I can actually do the digging. Ow, that's something to dig, for starters. A thin battle axe. Well, I'm not doing battle axes, but increases physical damage and reduces mana. There are a whole load of things to find along this coast. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having his resistance to being murdered, I have to admit. Quote there in me. He allegedly did take some killing, did Rasputin? Apparently. Everything Berserky, alright? So this will be the light on the beach that apparently Keeper Dan saw. A fire. And a dude with some bones and stuff. Well, to be honest, I don't know why he's not sleeping in the hut. I mean, he's got a bit of an overhang here to keep some of the weather off, but a whole bunch of symbols and stuff. Dressed. Hopefully I won't have to pursue him, otherwise somebody will be asking me to get dressed. Well, looks like I can't wake him up, so we'll have to wait until the sun comes up to talk to him. It's fine. One of the things I wanted to achieve by coming along here was to whack some creatures at night and get some ethereal cobwebs. However, I'm not getting very far with that. How's it going now? Allegedly, poisoned, stabbed, shot, tossed in a river, and none of that really did the job. Harder than a coffin nail. So I think I've already done this one, because this was already on the map, wasn't it? Yeah, we could push off this way, so obviously came around this way a little bit. I think. Drowners, finally. Let's see how they do with... Electricity seems to be fairly effective against them. Whoa, force lightning. I could take the tunic. I don't think it's really worth it. Worth 20. Okay, well, we'll take them for now, and always chuck them on the floor if I can't sell them, can't I? Scuffed knight's boots, huh? Beaten up set of magic boots. Well, not magic boots, rather. Armoured boots. Armoured Thereses. I don't know why it required a weird accent, it just kind of works. Right, well, I know what's around here, so I'm going to be a bit careful. Well, I would be a bit careful, but I seem to be getting stuck on the terrain. I'm definitely a fan of this spell. This fella did not have a good day. I did that one from the look of it. Easy, huh? Ooh, one druidic clothing. Interesting. I wonder what the deal is with this. Less armor increases magic mana regen. Yeah, less armor increases mana regen by less. So it's like a less good version of what I already have. If I'd known it was there, I'd have probably picked it up earlier. Mana regen, but not spell power. Max mana versus mana regen. Mana regen, spell power. Yeah, I still think I'd rather have what I've got. It's a bit too crazy, floaty, druidy stuff. I'm not really into that. I like my mage gear a bit more. I do like the druidic mask slightly more, but I've got my headgear hidden anyway at the minute, so it's kind of academic. And if I put that on, I wind up back in medium, so there's no point, and it doesn't look as good, I remember. I lose a dodge if I put that on, but it also gains me a dodge, so I'm in the same place with no additional benefits apart from, and it doesn't look quite as good, so easy decision to make. Looks like the sun's up. Okay. Village healers arrive. I have a couple of those now. Tengu, how's it going? Now the sun's back up. It might be worth running back over that way in a bit. Maybe anything under the water down here? See anything? There's supposed to be a whole bunch of stuff over here. It's quite cool and useful, but I'm not sure where. You good? Oh, I remember that guy. Yeah, there's a couple of ways I can get to him, so we'll get to him in a minute when I've had a look around the side a bit and the sun's come up a bit. Zap, zap. What was that? Some gloves called Molten Lightning. Decreases stamina cost by 20% while dual wielding. I think I really need a vast amount of copper ore. I might need some iron ore at some stage, but you know, the resource is there. I can dump it in my stash and I'll have it if I need it, so. The silver goblet. Zappity zap indeed. I don't know, that's significantly more useful. Anything up here of any use, I see? Ah, I know where we are. Give Fingerless Colm working over. Actually, now I've got some decent spells under me. What? Should have a chance of taking him out. And his merry band. Counted him early on my other save, and it did not go well. Ogres and fire would be a worse combination than that seems to be. Oh, he slightly tagged me there. He also squashed my skeleton in one hit. Okay, that went very well. Unless my skeleton is just invisible, which... quite sure what's occurring there, but anyway. Let's watch some tatties, get some health back. Limited power! That went alright. Better for me than for him. It's to beat the ogre. Spear of an ancient hero. I remember that. Again, not going to be using it, but still. Always attacks at full... attacks against targets at full health are always critical. Dealing damage makes enemies bleed. Not really for me, but effective nonetheless. Not played The Witcher 3 yet. No, I have not in me. It's on the to-do list. I was actually talking to Response about this the other day. Point out that I'm going to need about 6 months to stream through it. Roughly look at how long the game is and to work out 2 streams a week and stuff like that. Yeah, about 6 months. So I need to kind of find a decent gap, really, or at least be able to reduce it to the point where I've only got one other game on the go, other than Fallout, obviously. At least for an extended period. Otherwise, I'm going to have a really hard time playing it. And I do want to, but it's not the easiest prospect for me to find at the moment. There's a whole bunch of considerations on that point at the moment, to be honest. Don't kill trolls, you can talk to them if you... Yeah, I seem to recall talking to a troll in Witcher 2. Got a level there, nice. Does need area looting this game. Doesn't have it, does need it. The ogre there, though, I don't think was particularly inclined towards conversation. It's not very realistic that you can see so far and so clearly under the water here. Oh, maybe. Then again, it is a magical realm, so it's roundabouts, but it is quite helpful. Actually, I think they've added little bits of, you know, the little spots on the screen. I'm not sure, but I think that's something they might have added with a recent patch. I seem to remember it being clear. 500th fish. How the heck did you keep track of that? I assume there's a... I know there's like catch 76 fish challenge, but is it still counting after... Ooh, hello. after you've completed it or something. There's a dead keeper there. Me, my skelly boy. Not the most effective fella, that skelly boy, but he might be useful as a distraction if nothing else. I don't need a soup spoon. Like it did not go very well for some folks here. Yeah, I think that's the way if you're going to do a lot of fishing in one go. Stick a podcast on, stick a stream on, stick something on. I tried it with somebody's stream of June the other day. Unfortunately, that required me to pay more attention to the stream than I was able to at the same time. So that didn't work out so well, but mostly because June does enough things uniquely in its survival game-ness that I couldn't quite keep up with what was going on. And also there's a whole kind of world of Dune and its take on that, and yeah, I just didn't know what was going on, and because I hadn't started it from the start and wasn't sort of up to speed with what was happening because I was only paying half attention. There we are. Need any of that. Hey, and round off. Let's see if there's disabled a bunch of perk bars. Yes, I did. I even made a video on the topic. I made a short on it anyway. Out this way and see what we can find. I'm going to find anything under the water, but doesn't look like, does it? Maybe there'll be something up here. Yeah, it does seem to be the case that there's a new exploit of some kind in there, and it's causing all manner of issues. Judging by the tone of the post on Reddit, no, not Reddit, Discord. Yeah, Reddit. I mean, it probably is on Reddit as well, actually, but anyway. If Bethesda didn't put it on Reddit, I imagine somebody else did. Yeah, I only vaguely remember one of them in Witcher 2 and me, but we'll see what happens.
Look what you've done, you fool. It's always the same with you. Beat them up first, ask questions later, damn it. And now we have no gold, no nothing, just a pile of old stones and a dead body.
No, come off it. Let's just take what he had and let's get out of here.
But he didn't have shut. A piece of iron and a slip of paper. You can't even wipe your ass with it. And you said he was supposed to be some great...
Yep, didn't go too well for those guys. Who's this guy? A letter and some nobleman stuff and golden arrows apparently sticking out of his tits. So that would appear. And a Kamelot nobleman's doublet, which I'm sure looks lovely, but is not as cool as what I'm wearing. Letter to Alias. My dear Alias, you, my most faithful companion, are my only hope. Go to the All-Mother's shrine, perform the following ritual, and bring me the amulet you will surely be gifted. Granny said you need to make an offering of a rose, some sage, and a feather. It's my last hope to save my beautiful daughter. Return safely. May the All-Mother protect you. Lady Cardi. Well, I don't know who Lady Cardi is or her daughter, but let's see if I've got the necessaries to do the ritual, shall we? Probably not. One of them might have a rose somewhere. And some rose petals. Can't seem to harvest them though. What was required? Rose, sage, and a feather. Don't have the stuff on me, apparently. Well, I can always look into it if I get it. Should have a look over there before long, but maybe not right now. Howdy, monkey nuts, you right? Item duplication, rumors, yeah. Yeah, we'll see what it is. Well, there is a flooded mine here. We could have a look at. How's my capacity looking? Not great. Maybe we'll come back in a minute. Let's leg it back along the coast and then we'll have a look down here in a bit, because I don't think I really have the carry capacity for doing an entire mine right now. Body's gone, but his hammer's still there. Was that a node? I think I just saw an iron node. Yes, I did. Evening, Lord Impaler. How's it going? I need to blow my nose. We've already been across this way, haven't we? So take the shortcut. Oh, I don't even need to swim. I'll do a bit here apparently, but let's go the long way back round and see if we can't find any bits we missed in the dark. Rest is awake.
So much for a secluded cave keeping visitors away. Seems like there's no one on this island to hide in peace. Oh well, since you're here, I have an important question. Do you have any food?
Who are you?
I promise to answer all of your questions, no matter how annoying or asinine they might be. But first, do you have any food?
Food.
Oh dear. Yes, food. That stuff you put in your mouth to make sure your body doesn't wither and die, you know? Fish, meat, vegetables, bread. Oh, some bread would be especially nice. But I'll take anything, really.
Yeah. I don't imagine I'll be actually conversing with the guards, to be honest, Hemby, but we'll see. Here you go. Don't know what food is. Can't you just catch yourself a fish? Don't have anything. Here you go. Do I have any bread? Doesn't look like I do. Tell you what, have a damn good fish.
Thanks. I'll be forever indebted to you. But don't expect much. The only payment I can offer you is seashells, or, you know, access to an infinite well of ancient druidic wisdom.
Ancient well of druidic wisdom, you say?
Wisdom. I threw out my collection of seashells a few days ago after I stepped on them with my bare feet.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Much better. Time for a nap. Oh, except you're still here. Oh no, don't tell me you still have questions.
Sure do. From found an ancient druidic scroll. Can you tell me more about it?
Oh, you know what would be nice? A bath. I do miss baths.
Live by the sea and take as many baths as you want.
When someone says they miss the taste of roast pork, you tell them to go lick a pig. Anyway, show me the scroll. Yes, I see. Well, you should definitely follow the ritual. Just make sure you do everything exactly as it is written. I'm sorry, I can't tell you anymore, but it is essential that you discover it for yourself. Revealing the details would spoil the
It would, no, yeah.
effect.
That doesn't sound suspicious at all.
The pursuit of knowledge often requires taking great risks. Now, off you hop. The ritual awaits.
So, who are you?
My name is Darth, and I am the local hermit. I don't understand your skepticism. I live alone in a cave, collect seashells, and occasionally talk to crabs. What else could I be?
Insane? A degenerate? A druid?
But didn't you know? There are no more druids. The mob rounded them all up, stuffed them into a giant wicker man, and lit a fire. Their screams
I did hear about that.
heard over the roaring flames, but the stench of the burning flesh easily overwhelmed the smell of blazing wicker. Its
Lovely.
glow painted the sky in reds and yellows for the entire night.
Sounds like you were there.
Don't be silly. How could I have been there if I'm here now?
When did that?
Some years ago? I'm not sure. I don't remember. Can we change the subject? I'm sure there are more interesting things we could be talking about.
What are you doing here?
I live here, obviously.
Why?
Why not? It's a perfectly good cave, albeit a bit drafty and damp.
Yeah, I'd pick one that's a bit more
To be
enclosed
honest, but
myself.
We can't all live in mansions, can we?
How'd you get here?
Same way you did, I presume.
You're difficult to talk to.
Am I? That's odd. No one ever accused me of that before. Well, I guess that's what living alone in a cave does to your conversational skills.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this little hut of his here is supposed to do for him. One, he doesn't sleep in it anyway. Two, it's so full of holes that it will keep neither wind nor rain out of him. And it's underneath a rocky overhang, so the rain is going to be kept off by the rocky overhang. Certainly not by the holes in that. And it's too wide open at the sides to keep any wind out of the cave. And that's not going to do it either, so I don't know why he bothered building it, to be honest. Well, that's apparently all he has to say right now. Zip around this corner here. Is that a rock or a... It's a rock. Thought for a minute it might be a chest or something, but apparently not. feel like I missed something, but maybe I didn't. There's just a sort of structure in the water. I figure there's got to be something there to get. Well, somewhat productive anyway. Everyone's a critic. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Don't see any goodies under here. So. That's a quick level on the go. I remember. Putting points into endurance for now, aren't we? MB, thank you for the renewal of your membership. Always appreciated. Let's go through something. Yeah, it was a mana potion. Oh, Arthur wants to talk about something. Tell me about Excalibur.
It's more than a sword. It's a promise. A blade that stands for unity, for strength, and for hope. It wasn't just mine. It belonged to Avalon. Every swing, every battle was fought for the land and its people. But Excalibur is also a burden. It demands more than just skill. It demands purpose. Without that, then it is just steel.
Interesting. We've got a few ethereal cobwebs, which is something anyway. Let's head on up. Drop some stuff off and then see about doing a few bits and pieces, I guess. Fore-Dwellers. Yeah, there's definitely a decided colonialist thing going on here. Much as there's also they were trying to get away from the Red Death and survive and stuff. Yeah, it's gone dark again already. I feel like that day went by very, very quickly. Keep. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be wearing those, I think. Yeah. Right. Oh, I'm taking these. I'm supposed to be putting away. What the fuck? Cool. Using my marbles. Where's the druid's friend? There you go. There's the druid's friend. Restores half your mana. Rose, sage, and something else, wasn't it? A feather. Now, rose, sage, and a feather. Do I have any rose anywhere? I think I do I? And a feather there. One more bit of wood as well. No, this is very true. It doesn't justify what they did there. Although, one does have to ask whether or not the opportunity to come in peace was ever afforded to them at all. And I don't have an answer for that in the context of this game, at least. Desperate survivors coming in peace, you know, that would be fine. If they were then attacked on sight, that would be not their doing. If they did not come in peace, then, well, it's that, isn't it? Right, yes. Let's head down towards the beach. We're getting to a spot of bother again, and take advantage. Well, everything's probably dead and gone now, isn't it? So now I could go and kill some bandits to be out here, and then I can also make some cash off the back of that as well, couldn't I? Not a bad combo, actually. Bit dingy. I've lost the road. That's because I'm further to the left than I thought I was. In the herd a little bit. Well, I'm not saying you justify genocide, but as a general rule, in the real world, most colonial activities do not have any redeeming qualities to them on the whole at all. In this game, we do know that Arthur led his people here to get away from the plague, which is a reasonable reason to try and find a new homeland. I've no idea whether or not they were whether or not they gave the Fore-Dwellers any chance to be peaceful or not. or if the Fore-Dwellers gave them any chance. But I rather get the impression, or at least the story we're told, rather, is that the Fore-Dwellers basically gave them no choice but to fight to the death in a kill or be killed scenario. Whether or not this is true is unknown. Could be a complete like a lies. But if it is true, then you do what you gotta do to survive. All the Fore-Dwellers would have had to do is let them live in peace, and didn't. If that's the case. Though this world is rather grim, so it's quite possible that's not the case. Entirely possible that the story is quite a large pie. Who knows? I don't suppose much clarity... Well, maybe we'll find out later, but... I would not be terribly surprised to find out that the story were not true. Oof. Oofies. Everything is a little bit more dangerous at night, which is the price you pay for coming out. But it's also basically the only way to get hold of ethereal cobwebs, so... yeah, that's where I want to go, I think. Somebody's trying to wipe you out, you defend yourself. You know, it perfectly justifies wiping them out if that's what it takes. Somebody won't give you the option for peace, then you certainly don't give them the option to wipe you out. If they end up losing and get wiped out themselves, it's their own damned fault. I think I'm going to complain about that. Some goodies there. Yeah. I mean, get to the point where you can successfully defend yourself is all well and good, but what are you going to do? Fight skirmishes for eternity just so that you don't have to wipe them out? If they're not going to allow peace, then sooner or later you've got to put your foot down. It's all well and good giving them a chance, but how many chances do they get? How am I doing for cobwebs now? 47, that's better. Do like 3 more, really. Get around multiple of 10. And then, I think if I head this way, this goes where I think it goes. Yeah. Let's go down to the left this time for a change, because I've never been this way. Going left's going to get me... Ooh, sunken village. Nice. Is there a fast travel point around here? Yes, there is. That's got me where I want it to be, hasn't it? Nice. Cool. It's justified if it's them or us, I would say. If it's absolutely them or us and you cannot achieve peacefulness, then it's, you know, what are you going to do? Like, okay, I choose to let you wipe me out then. Nah, fuck that. Give them the chance to make peace. If they won't, then you defend themselves. And if they continue to not want to make peace, well, what happens afterwards on them? As long as you continue to give them the opportunity to make peace, anyway. That is fairly important. What if the aggressor refuses to stop aggressing and ends up getting wiped out because they don't know when to let it lie? That's on them. Not sympathetic at that point. Ooh, nice. Origin potions are handy, they let you respec. And there's plenty of them about. Not unlimited, but there's plenty of them around. They don't let you respec completely, though. You can... Oh, went for the right button. You can respec your skills here and your skill trees. But this slot here, the secondary skills that you level up by using, those don't respec. So if you completely change your build, you will end up on the back foot. Nice, another druidic shrine. Make an offering. I need animal part of some kind. Spoiled meat. Ooh, and I got level 10. Nice. What did I get for my trouble there? I got breaches of the waning, breaches even of the waning moon, increased mana and magic regen. Nice. Let's grab that level while I think about it. Because I know what I want to do. Sure makes it easy when you know what you want to do. I'm not saying it's a good thing, Emily, but it comes down to a choice between letting somebody slaughter me or slaughtering them to the last man to prevent them slaughtering me. I'm not going to lose any sleep. As long as I reasonably gave them a chance to pursue an alternative. As they're doing, and they bring it on themselves. Fine. Right. So I could run around this way to the village. That's not a bad idea. Actually, that's probably a good idea. Head around this way back to the fort, the village and the fort, and then we've done the full loop. And I can get rid of some of this stuff, make some sails, and poach on, I guess. I mean, yeah, if they do take the hint and are willing to, you know, stop fighting, then that's great, but not everybody is. Everybody is reasonable. No, I'm not, Emmy. Saying if they are willing to, you know, drop the matter and be peaceful, then fine. But if they're not, then, and it becomes a either them or me situation, then I will quite gladly hunt them rather than letting them do it to me. But only if I have to. Not saying it's the first port of call. Last resort kind of scenario. Very much a last resort thing. Wonderful. I can go back there and repair the dock now. Oop, I need to run headlong into a wall. As a last resort, I would say, Steve, but yeah, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Plenty of people out there would suggest that if violence is never a solution, then, you know, should Ukraine roll over and take it from Russia? No, they should not. For example. Not saying that violence is the way forward, but sometimes you don't get a right lot of alternatives. It sucks, but it is what it is. Need sage, rose, and feathers, don't I? Cool. And now... Oh yeah, I need to do that as well. Identify things, which will require ethereal cobwebs, actually. What was I looking for? Wood. Need wood. Really? You telling me I'm still one short? I've got a feeling I'm not if I check this. No, I'm not. There we are. Right. Let's go and sell some stuff. There. The wrong way to go. That's what I want.
Sometimes it's nice to just sit and think.
No, confining them doesn't always work either. Sooner or later, they'll just come back and try again. There comes a point where you have to go, okay, enough's enough. I'm going to put a permanent end to a problem. Not nice, but if they're only going to use the opportunity to build themselves back up again and attack again when your back's turned, which is all too often the case, what are you going to do? Get rid of all of this guy. It's just the one pair of pants I've got that I need to hold on to. I'm apparently not wearing those shoes. Running around barefoot. Ah, yeah, I knew I had something else to get rid of. Cool. World War 11? Don't seem to recall the other 9 of those. Well, there's a point in there that you're getting back to the whole, are you taking away their free will thing as well? Not that killing them doesn't do the same thing, but you know. In the case of Germany after World War II, they needed the, you know, they needed the leadership removing, not the rest of the people. It was the leadership that was the problem, and they more or less came back to their senses quite rapidly afterwards. Deck, that's what I wanted. Ta-da! It's not really a deck, it's more of a dock. But anyway. Yeah, they go by a different name, but they nearly did, didn't they? Mind you, it's taken them 80 years to have any kind of political threat, so that's something. And they aren't out to, well,
need something?
so they aren't out killing everybody, but on the other hand, they kind of are, and it's the way it went last time, isn't it?
You did? I thought I heard some hammering. Oh, well, thank you for that. Truly. One less thing to worry about, right?
Yeah, but the rest of the country fixed that.
I put aside some money for my budget. You've earned it. And you have my gratitude.
Need help? Need help with anything else? Saw a house for sale.
Ah, yes, that old house. That place has been empty for years. The story goes, the last owner, Keeper Galen, threw himself into the sea one stormy night. Some folks whisper of curses or restless spirits, but I say it's just talk. The captain put it up for sale ages ago, but no one's had the guts or sense, if you ask me, to take it. If you're thinking of buying it, go for it. Make it your home. Every house deserves someone to fill it with life again.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that. Need help with anything else?
I'd ask you to fix the refugee barracks, but, well, there's no budget for making people's lives slightly less miserable. We'd have to do with something less spectacular.
Well, hopefully they won't have as much power, yeah.
Around here that could use
On the other hand, this is exactly how they got into power last time. Through democratic means.
But now it's more of a sorry welcome sign. Then there's the monument to the sea creature. It's been weathered down by the salty breeze, and honestly, it's starting to look less monumental and more pathetic. If you could restore them, it would do wonders for morale, and maybe even impress Fergus. What do you say?
Repair the gate, restore the monument to the sea creature. Sure, it's only going to take 100 wood.
That's the spirit. I knew I could count on you. Once those are back in shape, this place might start looking like it's cared for again.
Yeah, I don't have that much faith in humanity, to be honest. Worth having faith in, they wouldn't be doing this again, and again, and again. What's happening in the US at the minute? That ain't fascism by any other name, I don't know what is. Right, so, let's look at the map, I think. Not everything is on there quest-wise. Those two are the new things I need to repair, so I'm not doing that right now. There's that guy there, and then there's that cave I'd like to check out that I haven't checked out yet. And then what? Yeah, I think possibly this area. Work my way inland from there, work my way up from the south. Seems like a sensible approach, doesn't it? Come around this. I mean, that'd be quicker, wouldn't it? One of the shrines there. And I need to find roses. Where am I? I'm here. See if there's any roses here. I might find some on the way down if I go the other way. Maybe. Maybe. Still haven't grown back. They will grow back eventually. Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't want to be over there at the minute. I'll speak to this crazy fool.
Please, state your business.
Yeah.
Did they resist?
Do you keep bandits' fingers as trophies?
He's a bit bonkers, that fella. Yeah, it's just getting a smidge depressing, Carl. Yeah, not exactly as far behind as we'd like now. Though we have taken one small step backwards at least. More mercies or something. Alright. Somewhere over here. I'm sure there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Way down to the cliffs. What the hell have I got that equipped for? And how the hell did I end up with an axe equipped? Yeah, must have been selling a few bits. Oh, whatever. That's fine. Right. Yeah, gonna go check this out. I haven't got any roses yet, so might as well. Can't do the other thing. I've never been in here before, so let's see what we've got. Well, they flooded mines, hopefully. Yeah. Somehow I've got no pickaxe all of a sudden. I think I sold my pickaxe instead of my regular axe, didn't I? So the battle axe. That's unfortunate. Let's see if I can spot one lying around in here. It's mine. There's usually just a fly that lying around. I might get lucky. If not, we'll go back. Doesn't look like I'm getting lucky, does it? Oh well, so I have to run back, that's fine. Horse is outside, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, that's pretty much true on power. Yeah, well, it doesn't necessarily make it right, Steve. It just means nobody can do anything about it. Ooh, missed something there. Knew there was going to be something running around here in the dark. Gilly does have some strange ideas. I've got a spell to dismiss him, which I'm contemplating taking the time to re-equip. Evening, guy. How's it going? This is a very heavy horse. This game has one issue that a lot of games have. And that is some of the... Ooh, is that what I need? Is that a rose? Some of the... Yes, it is. Wonderful. Icons on screen come up, and it's really hard to tell what they mean. This Scar the Protector, devoted guardian to Prophet Kai, has got battled the Scourge of the Red Death, aiding in the founding of the Red Church in the Island Asylum. His dedication saved countless lives in a time of despair. May his memory be praised and never forgotten. Nice, one-handed. And this guy is a former knight who wants to duel anybody who will duel him, and he's very, very tough. Doesn't matter to them, at least, Steve. Hopefully still matters to some other people.
Hope nothing bad happens today.
It's the wrong button. Let's try to buy back, because I think I may have accidentally sold my pickaxe to him. If I didn't, then I accidentally stored it, so... I did. Okay. Alright. Anyway, to the selling. I did, I clicked the wrong thing, that's fine. I should go and store those pants while I think about it. What have I got on the potion front here that I don't need? That can go. That needs storing. Greatly reduce HP and mana, but lock stamina. No, I don't need that. Progress. Store that. Store that. Don't think there's much else I want to store, is there? No. Yep. We are making some headway. Sort of. How many skeletons can I have following me? As many as I can sustain with my mana. So... currently got one. You can see my blue mana bar there is... what? A quarter gone? There's 3. I don't think I can cast a 4th. No, I'm going to do 3 at the moment. Problem is, as a wizard... oh, so that's my... the health on the skeletons, is it down in the bottom corner? Interesting. Yeah, the problem is, as a wizard... oh dear. I may have erred in that I don't have enough mana now to... cast a spell to get rid of one of these guys, so one of them's going to have to die before I can do anything. Oh, that's not a major problem. I can deal with that. Yeah, I can't quite manage Undead Army yet, but as my mana goes up, I probably could. In this case, I more want them to kind of pull aggro off me while I stand back and zap things with lightning. Unintended gang of skeletons, yeah. Fortunately, I have a plan of sorts. Reorganize what I had in mind a little bit. Come up to the gallows. These guys are nuts and are going to attack me. Fortunately, I'm going to run back and let them whack my skellies. Or let my skellies whack them, one or the other. Nice.
I'll have your head on it.
Cool. Now I can go over here. These two are both nearly dead, so... I won't worry too much about the alternate. The alternative, rather.
money or your life?
Go pick a fight with my skillies, buddy.
You're no match for us.
Right. Do a little cooking. No, only one. I could craft more for a second then. I cannot. Palestinians had all the power and the Israelis lost all the power and we're completely boxed in practical powers. Yeah, God knows what the situation would be like if it flipped. I can't imagine either group would be better than the other, but it is what it is. Pay attention, morons. Patience is a running thing. I need a hangman's noose, an ogre's right toe, and a couple of drowner tongues. And trust me, I can tell the difference between a drowner tongue and a dead horse's tongue, because I, unlike you, am not a complete idiot. If you try and swindle me one more time, deal is over, and stop asking for money up front. You bring me the goods, you get the money, that's it. Bring me the hangman's tongue, though. It might be useful. Who's the shady merchant, I wonder? To be honest, the position I take on that, Steve, is I'll define morality. I don't trust anybody else to make the right decision.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Not everybody's going to agree with me, but chances are the people who don't can't be trusted anyway, so what does it matter what they think? Kind of my perspective on it. Not the nicest position ever, but it's... I think it drags people kicking and screaming into a brighter future whether they like it or not. I can live with that. Wouldn't generally agree with the total annihilation of anybody, but
Show yourself.
there's a kind of balancing there. The situation in Israel and Palestine, though, one group has a right to be there and the other doesn't, so unfortunately the one that doesn't is the aggressor. What can we craft? Not going to do that one because it needs more raises and it needs raises and that might screw me over, so that basically means I'm not crafting anything. Okay, that's fine. Hunting trousers. Your archer characters. Harry Potter universe is more interesting without Harry Potter in it. Yeah, I can imagine that's the case. Mind you, Harry Potter's story takes place over a very small section of history in that universe. It's a problematic universe. Right, so there's a big nasty bad guy up here. And, I don't know how this is going to go, but I guess we're going to find out.
I'm not beaten yet. You're welcome, wizard.
Gillies will keep him off me for just a moment.
This is my lucky day. Your rodent's here.
Got him! Guy gave me an absolute hell of a time last time. Well, the first time I encountered him, anyway. So I'm glad I got him this time. Keeping the distance and zapping him is feels a little cheesy, but hey. something results, and all my skellies are now down, so it's a relief as well. Yeah, I've got to admit, some people's idea of right and wrong is sufficiently problematic that I would quite gladly take away any decision-making power from them. The ones who think it's okay to get married at 12 is one good example of some of those people. Don't kick shame here, but that's a bit much. It's unwise at the very least, no? I don't know about kink shame him, but question is common sense. The wheel of so many for him. Yeah, distracting him with a bunch of skellies and then zapping him from a distance is definitely a more favourable approach than my first attempt. And my second, actually, I think about it.
Please, state your business.
Second one took a couple of attempts as well. Anti for bandits.
I see you.
Anti-leader.
Someone finally checked out the notices I was posting on the board.
Fingerless Colm.
That's the carcass of Fingerless Colm, isn't it?
It's his head, anyway.
They've been hunting him for the slaughter of 2 keepers, and now they finally got
Not
him.
so uncommon, as they say.
Go chop off some heads. Do you keep bandits?
Yes, he's a bit nuts, that fellow. By a bit, I mean completely insane. Actually, he reminds me of some people on the internet, if I'm honest. Yeah, he's got a pretty decent, I think it's basically a short sword if you're into sneaky, stabby. Right, the various bounties, like Fingerless Colm there, and others. Might chuck that in there. Yeah, those various bounties have a good set of magic gear for at least for most builds. So it's good for knife builds, it's good for bow builds, it's good for magic, I think. I don't know about magic actually, to be honest. It's definitely something for two-handed sword wielders and the like as well. Use critical chance. No, I don't want that. I'll keep it though. He apparently kept fingers as trophies. I wonder who's called Fingerless Colm more ways than one. And some things I want to get rid of there. Cool. That went quite well. Dump some stuff in here, have a quick nap, and push on to the next thing. Let's go in there. I really might screw that up for a minute, but I did not. Main thing. Those going the wrong way there. Fine. No, wait, that's food. I need that. Now, this is what I want to get rid of most of it. I didn't mean to get rid of the rose, but that's not a problem. I'll deal with that in a minute. Right, so I need to get the rose back, don't I? And the food, yeah. Rosy. I think I only had one, and it was probably under alchemy. And it was red, wasn't it? Where are you? No, wait, I think I had 5, didn't I? Petty. It's rosemary, not quite the same thing. There it is, at the top. Cool. Alright, nap, and then we push on out again. Yeah, Grounded 2 is not far off. I know a few people are quite hyped about that one, Steve. Wasn't really my cup of tea, but came as a bit of a surprise to people, I think. That announcement. I didn't envy, no, but whatever. Kind of ready to move on anyway. Which was probably the gist of your point, actually, in a roundabout sort of a way. Am I getting it Ghost of Yotei? I doubt it. I kind of vaguely scanned it. But it's something somewhat adjacent to Ghost of Tsushima, isn't it? Sort of. I mean, very vaguely akin to. So these two, yeah, that's where we're going. Cool. Yeah, they did. They're doing the same thing as they did last time, which is early access again, aren't they, Steve? Which worked out well for them last time, so I don't blame them. 3 games in a year. My initial reaction to that is impressive. Then my second reaction is alarm, because that is very much open to the possibility of having bitten off more than you can chew with that. That is a lot. 3 basically AAA games in a year is a fuck lot for any studio to be putting out. But Obsidian seem to be managing it, as long as they're looking after their staff properly while they're doing it, and works out well, great. But, you know, a sense of caution, I think, is not unwarranted with that sort of thing. But it seems promising so far, so, you know. Some of that's offset by the early access thing as well. It's more like 2.5 at that point, I suppose. Yeah, Ghost of Yotei, I saw it vaguely interesting. I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima. I want to play that at some point. Not in a tearing rush to play Ghost of Yotei, I don't think. Great, we can make the offering now and get the amulet, which is the All-Mother's Mercy, which is there. Receiving fatal damage leaves you with 100% of your max health instead of dying, but destroys the amulet, so you get revived once, but the amulet will be destroyed. I don't know if you can get another one after that one goes down, but yeah. I think avoiding dying is probably a better idea. Yeah. I've had a look at the Outer Worlds 2 stuff as well, and I kind of find myself in the place I expected to be, which is that I'll see what happens when it comes out. It's coming to Game Pass, so if it turns out it doesn't live up to what is a great premise, then it's not really a problem if it doesn't live up. I hope it does, but I hoped it would the first time round and it didn't, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, in general, I'm in favour of, you know, going down the moral road. I don't trust other people to do the same. Well, I'm absolutely in favour of it. But definitely consider it to be a very, very important thing to me. I know other people don't feel the same way. Not, or some other people don't. Just generally why I'm disinclined to put particularly high value on assessments and opinions of other people. Oh, let's respawn quickly. No, it didn't. I didn't have a pickaxe. It hasn't respawned at all. Yes, this is Tsushima. I have heard very good things about it. I definitely do want to check it out at some point. It's not high on my priority list, but it's on my get to it one day list. Which, you know, there's a lot of things that are. That's fair enough, Emily. So, which way do... Well, there's no point checking my map because it won't be very helpful. I've got a hunch that being under the water is going to be quite relevant at some point. I have a very long get to it one day list, yeah. That's where I came in, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Right. Fine. Okay. Thought there was another entrance there. Okay. Now I know where I'm at. Yeah, I thought there might be something at the bottom here. Something to happy about? I wouldn't say it's okay. I'd sometimes say it might end up being not the worst option out there, but I'm not in favour of it. Unless we're talking about removing the entire human species from existence, in which case I'm in favour. Well, species is rather a write-off, so... so that's where I came in. Yay. Go that way first, I think. Huh.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Down out of flooded mine, really? Wrong one. And you want the one guy, really? That's fair enough, Henry.
We ain't safe here.
Ooh, that doesn't look good. No, that went surprisingly well.
You'll be fertilising the soil. I'll fight till I die!
Didn't take very long.
You'll be fertilising the soil.
I think I might end up dumping those. We'll see how we do. Ooh. I suspect there's going to be a lot of things in little caves to find around here. And where have I wound up? I do not know. You know, I've managed to get myself a bit lost. I'm in a whole other cave with a corpse eater. Okay, well, I'll deal with that. The oddly powerful looking one. Okay, let's go with this then. See how he deals with fire. As well as he dealt with lightning, which is interesting. Armour from corpse eaters. I feel like I've already read that. Reinforced chest. Summon corpse eater spell. Oh, that's cool. Reed silk gloves, huh? This place is going to be quite the maze, I think. Ooh, wrong button. That's better. And we're back to... Okay. The starting room. The question is, can I get up there again without having to go all the way back around? Because that would be way more convenient. No, it doesn't look like it can. Drat. Oh well. Probably drop down there. Sure, is it? Yeah, it's not as far as it looks. Okay. Looked like it was a very long way. Yeah, it's definitely better than, say, Oblivion's lockpicking minigame. I prefer it quite a lot. I mean, I get what they were trying to do with the Oblivion one, and yeah, it's quite a cool idea or concept. As far as an effort to sort of somewhat go with realism, somewhat. But, where was I? Okay, right. Yeah, as an effort to somewhat go with realism, it's not a bad effort, but it's a bit of a drag to engage with as a gameplay mechanic. I mean, once you get the knack of it, yeah, but it's very easy to not get the knack of it. I think. Alright, so that was the way through, I think. It was in here, wasn't it? Yeah. It's on the beach, Calderon. Hang on, get out from where I'm going to drown. I'll see if I check the map. Ooh, hello. They'd keep it down here. Say that. There we go. Okay. Cannot check the map, apparently. No, can't check the map while I'm in here. There is a fast travel point outside on the beach, though. So I went that way. I came out of the water here, I think. We came this way to where the corpse eater was. It took me back. Okay. And this is the other end of that cave. There's a whole bunch of them. Oh, crap, that's not good. Okay, that went better than I thought it was going to for a minute. I thought it was in more trouble than I ended up being. I'm kind of tempted to get a torch out here. It does have its drawbacks. Yeah, if I get a torch out, I will have... lightning makes a really weird noise on occasions. I'll have a little bit of a power dip, but sometime I might be able to see a little bit better what's going on. We'll see how we do, I think. Yeah, I kind of missed it initially as well. Which is more of a walked right past it kind of a thing. That's creepy. Flame gobbler. No, just zap you, thank you. Oof. Problematic, those chaps. There we are. Nothing to cook, okay. Not terribly surprised by that state of affairs. I had fisherman's shoes. Okay, that might be the first time I've seen fisherman's shoes. Possibly. This game's doing the same weird thing that Atomfall does on occasion, which is not having any music. At times I would expect it to have music. It's a bit odd. Yes. That's most of this area cleared out, but for whatever is on this side. Zap, zap. Little false lightning to clean out the beasties. Yeah, really, what are you guys doing down here? This is an abandoned flooded mine. That is cool, though.
Beg for mercy.
I don't think so.
You'll be fertilising the soil.
Again. Kind of ignoring them and just going and swimming down, seeing what I can find. Ooh, that's grim. More bodies. Lots of corpses. Up we go. Yeah, I would assume you can go back. When I hop out, my skilly should be with me, shouldn't it? Get over here, and then when it spawns, hopefully it'll be near where I need him.
We're not safe here.
Where's my skilly?
Something's not right. I'm not afraid of you.
Seriously though, where's my skilly?
I'll teach you to respect me.
Don't think you will, buddy. Go out on a limb and say it's pretty unlikely.
You fight like a milkmaid. You fight like a milkmaid. Beg for mercy.
You fight like a seamstress or something. With your try to stick me full of pins. It's the best comparison I could think of to somebody trying to stick me with pins
Say
anyway.
your prayers.
There's another guy.
Mercy.
Right, now where's his mate? Out this way somewhere, apparently. He's up there.
Beg for mercy.
Nice. Get my magic up a little bit. Suppose I'll get large amounts of valuables here, but we'll get a few bits. Given how easy these guys were to take down. Assassin trousers are actually not worth it. I don't know if silk gloves or not, but we'll see. Brew time, nice. Ooh. Okay, I decided to check the tent there. Nope. I guess must be missing if either I'm getting a different selection of food stuffs to I did on my previous save, which is possible, I suppose, or oops, excuse me, or I'm getting missing some recipes because I don't think I've got as many options to, or I don't think I'm getting as many options to cook as I would expect. Is odd. Is that a cave or is that not? What have we got here? No, we've just got a platform. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I could see if I can craft now, can't I? Because already did the thing that I needed the roses for. Is it worth crafting mana potions? Probably not. I'm not using them, am I? I go to stack mana regen instead of using a ton of mana potions and just kind of dodge them until I regen and then carry on. It's like a simpler approach, really. Oops. Fortunately, I've got a lot of food. If only a quick snack was enough to repair a broken ankle, eh? Life would be so much better. God knows what that might change in the state of the world. Okay. Where do I... Oh, that's where I got up. Oop. Okay, onward. I'm pretty sure... Well, I'm not sure at all, but I'm guessing there's an entire other direction to go. This cave network. Looks to be back around, okay. Crosses one thing off the situation. Is this going to lead me to Another set of passages, or just a pool with some stuff in the bottom of it? Lots of stuff down here. We have got another set of passages, but no, no, it's not a dead end either. The other end, I think I may have been through here. Maybe. I come around in a circle. I don't know. No, I don't think I've come around in a circle. I think I'm just confused. Oh. Doesn't really change the grade. No, I have come around in a circle. Okay, I've come around in a big circle. That's fine. Come out the other side. So there's up there to explore that I haven't seen. If I can get up there. Which looks like might be from another direction. Maybe unless I can do some cunning platforming, but I don't know if that's going to work out so well. Nope, doesn't look like that's going to work so well. No, I think I must be getting at it from another side somewhere. Fine, because I believe there is a whole other section to look into. This way. Aha. Must be the bit that I was trying to get at. Probably. It is. It's going the wrong way for now, so let's go this way. It takes me back to that other room, and then it kind of crossed off half the area. Maybe a bit more consistent with things, I think. Considering this is supposed to be a mine, there's surprisingly little stuff to actually mine in here. Unless you like digging rocks, anyway. I think I did a little slide there, and that's what got me some evasion. If you wanted to be a sneaky build in this game, it'd be quite doable. You'd be able to level it in a similarly easy manner to you can in Skyrim, I think. It's the other way, isn't it? Okay. Cheesy way might be a better word for it. Guessing that's going to take me... Yeah, that's taking me back, isn't it? Interestingly, this place is more of a dead end than it looks like it is. So maybe we are done down here. That's cool. Decent bit of loot from the look of things. We can head out. Oh my god. Couch walking next to sleeping beggar in the Imperial City. Yeah, something to that effect, yeah. The old, going to, like, Dragon's Reach or something and find a corner and just stick a rubber band on your controller. That whole policy. How are we doing? Just gone 10. Cool. Get back, dump some stuff, have a nap, sell some stuff, and push back out again, I guess. Not really big quest-heavy side of things today. Have we got time to do one more quest? I don't know. I've got a quest in mind, but I don't know if it might be a bit time-consuming or not. Might have to go bandit hunting or something instead. Spooky, foggy, weird fog at night is all well and good, but it's kind of hard to see where you're going sometimes. There we are. Yeah, my Rasputin-looking fella here. Definitely got the Rasputin vibes. Have a cool-looking wizardy dude and landed firmly in Rasputin, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, I suppose. Close escape. Yeah, it's down here, Emily. Sorry, Carl. Yeah, right next to the beach. Back now. Old steel mace. Restores health after killing an enemy. Interesting. And I got Summon Corpse Eater. So that has 27 mana cost. It has 13, so yeah, probably not as good as the Skelly then. Probably. Just have to sell there. Nothing to keep. But what I'm already wearing. And again, that'll store. Few bits to sell there, I think. I'll store this, don't I? There's a weird thing, if I understand correctly, when it comes to crafting arrows. I don't want to check because I'm now curious about it. But I've got a feeling you can shoot one arrow, get the broken arrow back, and come out 10 arrows up, or 9 arrows up overall. I'm not sure about. Yeah, wooden arrow. Oh no, it requires 4 broken arrows, but you get 20 back from it. So yeah, it might cost you 5, 6, 7 arrows shot. Maybe a bit more than that, but I think you can probably come back at least a 2-to-1 profit on crafting wooden arrows. I know it applies to any other type of arrow, but certainly with wooden ones. And I think I've now got rid of everything I want to store. Cool. What I should do is run outside and level up and identify those couple of things while I think about it. Yeah, you can't really tell that it's happening, but you can do a little slide, I think. Let's see if you can see it in third person. Yeah, you can see it in third person, alright. There's no sound effect to go with it. But it's kind of hard to tell it's happening in first person. Right, let's fuel the fire. Do some identifying. Plain unidentified item is going to cost me some cobwebs to do that as well. These are unexceptional. More health potion. More health potions and a dull longsword. Okay. It's not very exciting, but did the job. Camwell and honey tea. Nice. My glass is empty now. But that's fine. There's a whole lot of quests over there apparently I need to do. Right on top of each other. Should look into that. It's not very helpful. Roots of knowledge then. Oh, let's see, waiting for those planters to grow. I'm guessing we're not there yet. We can have a quick run over and have a look, can't we? Because we've got not much else to do at the moment. Allegedly, no, yeah. Yeah, nuttier than squirrel shit and damn near impossible to kill, of course, so they say. Also, a striking appearance as well. It's the visual comparison I'm making. Fully grown, nice. Owen, here's what grow out your seeds.
Not bad. Listen, how about we grow something bigger?
He's got homicidal chickens. It seems to be a thing with fantasy games.
Good. Now pay attention, because I won't say this twice.
I'll say
You're
this
going
only
to get
once.
us some pumpkin seeds.
Any idea where? You won't be very happy if I don't just nod, but let's give it a go.
I don't know. Find a farm. Ask some farmers. Do you need everything spelled out for you?
Well, makes life a bit easier. But... And to be fair, he looked a bit like this guy. He didn't have the crazy tattoos on his face, I don't think, and he was a bit more... His hair wasn't quite so out sideways, it was more inward, but in general, he looked a lot like that. Looked even more psycho as well. He definitely looked like a madman. Anyway, how are we doing for time? Okay, not too bad. Smuggler's Bay and Brink of the Andros. We need to head out that way. Sunken Village. I wish I had a few more icons available. Lost things, we need to do that. We could run over and do that, so it won't take much doing. See Dumps and Silk Road. Yeah, okay, I know what that is. Rusty Ardgill. Another bandit we could take out. I feel like it's getting a bit late for tackling all along the Watchtower because it is a bit of a... Well, it's not a big dungeon, but it takes a little time. So, let's go over here and do Lost Things and then maybe see about... I won't be able to finish the Wreck of the Andraste, so I don't think I'll start that today. Dun, 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 dun. I might be able to do these two, though. Possibly. Let's have a quick kip, though. So I don't know what buff I get, but the usual one is an XP buff, so I'll have it if it's a thing. Captured the spirit of Rasputin, so yeah, definitely. Wasn't the plan, for the record. I just wanted to look like a badass wizardy type. But not an old kind of Gandalf type, but a bit of a younger one, and the end result ended up being Rasputin, so... What are you going to do, you know? It wasn't quite the plan. Not exactly that I call it a happy accident, but not quite that far. Now, we need to go back to the graveyard, don't we? Well, it was kind of some of that to a degree as well now. All of the above, really. Crapsicles. That went alright. My summon Skelly was just enough there to provide a little bit of a distraction so they didn't all swarm me at once. Well, so one of them didn't swarm me at once anyway. Daffodillies. Some sage, very nice. Goes Rasputin for Halloween. It's not the worst idea I've ever heard. Get myself a monk's robe of some kind. Wouldn't be that hard to do. As long as I don't end up accidentally encouraging somebody to see whether or not I'm as durable as he turned out to be. Poison shot, stabbed, drowned, the whole 9 yards. I could live without that. So, I nicked a book for you, Morg.
Have you got a little stolen something for me yet?
I do like the voice. Found Nightmares in the Night Spire.
Yes, this is exactly what I was looking for. A human doing my work. I can't take it. You've been just a great source of
Photographic evidence, yeah.
All right, time for my part of the deal, I guess. Close your eyes, put on a serious face, like something very mystical is happening. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And done. Now you've got a bit of my power. Go into the world, use it well.
Strange being. Thanks, I'll steal a spoon in your memory.
Oh, you must. Safe travels.
And I get a little buff to my sneak and a bunch of XP. XP is slightly more valuable than the buff to the sneak, but hey, that's fun. Yeah. I wonder if I could grow a short beard. I'm not sure if I'd want to do it, though. But I don't think I can manage a long one. Concentrates hard, it just sprouts. Yeah, a fake beard might be doable. I don't know if it'll itch any more or less than the real thing, though. So, back the way we... you know what, let's just carry on and loop round this way, I guess. Do you think it'd be more itchy, a fake beard or a real one? No, a real one's pretty bloomin' itchy. Try and dodge some banditos I don't particularly feel like dealing with right now. There's a shrine of sorts over here. Shrine of the wolf. There's an angry bear. Oh, got points available, nice. I'll just stop somewhere around here because I think I'm going to be in fights. And a couple of skillies just seem like the way to go here. I'll put my one back on, can I? I'll be honest, summoning skeletons to fight alongside me against various monsters does have the right kind of Rasputin vibe as well. I could see him doing that. A Halloween livestream dressed as Rasputin, well. I've heard crazier ideas. We'll have to get into the Archspire there at some point, which I've not done yet, but not seen much motivation. I'm guessing the main story quest is going to send me in there. It's too interesting a location for it not to be main story, I think.
Sneaks up on me.
Well, particularly trying.
I see fear in your eyes.
I'm literally approaching your camp with a couple undead in tow and zapping your dudes.
Shot.
Bonk. I definitely had bonk vibes to it. Each metal vest, if I remember rightly, is actually surprisingly good value for money. Gladius is not. Great bow, though, is bloody excellent if you want a bow. Now, I might as well take these for right now, seeing as I'm not having encumbrance issues. Summon Grindylow. There's another option for a summoning spell. Keep picking up lots and lots of very useless spoons and plates and things, which I don't really want to be doing. Now, can I cook anything? Mashed tatties, apparently. Not much else, apparently. In the name, yeah, not a middling bow. Well, exactly. Right, so the quest I have here is the Silk Road, which, if I remember rightly, is the one from Ole, the merchant. Yeah, just waiting for a mysterious package and a supply has gone missing. He's in this cage, apparently. Nest, there we go.
Mather favours me. Open this and release me.
Not so fast. Must have a reason to keep me here, or tell me who you are first. Tell me who you are.
I'm Nest of the Ulfra clan, and that's my real name. I'm nothing like that nameless fool Bromar. I'll admit, getting caught was my mistake, but his men had the numbers. Bromar might be an oaf, but I can't deny he's got some talent for banditry.
Interesting. Ah, so you're Nest.
Has Orla been worried about my absence? Sounds unlikely, but yes, that's me. Nest of the Ulfra clan.
All I want to know about your package.
That woman thinks only about business, doesn't she? Can't say I blame her. In times like these, everyone has to look after their own skin. They took everything I had, but I managed to hide Orla's package before they caught me.
Good.
You can dig it up and take it to her. She'll pay you, and we'll be even. Consider it my thanks for freeing me.
Who's Nameless Bromar?
Ah, I see you don't know much about the Dalriata.
Not really.
No surprise there. Our elders keep us in the mountains, and the world seems to be...
Yeah, Middling Bow doesn't seem particularly appealing, does it?
In the Dalriata, you have to earn your name. You choose a father, go through the trials, all of it. You need to prove yourself worthy of your clan. If you fail, you're not worthy of carrying a name. You get exiled. So, Bromar can call himself whatever he wants. But to me, he's a nobody.
Next question as to what these trials or challenges are. Why did he imprison you?
How should I know what rattles around in that empty skull of his? Maybe he liked what he saw, and thought he could take me for himself. Not that he got very far. Dalriata women decide for themselves who they lie with. You can't take us by force. We bite.
Oh no,
literally.
That's definitely not one of those. That's not good.
Here long enough, I'd soften up. He's in for a rude awakening, because I'd sooner bite through my own wrists than fall for his posturing. Finally, someone with some sense in this den of idiots. You didn't happen to kill that big oaf hanging around outside, did ya?
Didn't see a big oaf, unfortunately.
Suits him, with that ugly mug of his. Well, honor demands I kill the bastard, but I'll tend to my wounds first. Thanks for freeing me. You're alright, for a non-reata.
Right, so that is Nest out of her cage, and I see darkness is just around the corner. There's my horse, there is. So we need to go back to Orla and tell her we've freed her contact, her supplier. And gotten the package back. Oh wait, I haven't got the package back yet, have I? It's somewhere. Where is it? Yeah. Every so often the compass screws up and it won't track properly. Okay, so I think that's... west, okay. Yeah. It's not tracking properly at all. I'm pretty sure it's this way somewhere. Ah, here we go, yeah, there we go. I have done this before, fortunately. Not very helpful when the compass will not point in the right direction. Compass that doesn't point north, you know? Oh, there's a sodding bear! This is going well, isn't it? Run away from the big angry bear! Dodge the big angry bear! Whew. Bears. Powerful predator of forest mountains, commanding respect with strength and endurance, usually avoids humans, but when provoked becomes deadly. Didn't try and avoid me at all, just attack me on sight, the angy bugger. Cool, so that's the mysterious package for order. Now we can go and see about this, oh, we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Well, bonfire first and level up and some memories as well. Level up first. Nearly far enough along to get this fancy druid armor that we've been collecting from the various shrines on the go. So, I've now maxed out my spell power. We've got here. Cast a spell, next spell with a lower base mana cost has increased chance of crit. Spell crits reduce stamina. Or elemental damage applies a status build up. That'd be quite nice. Anything else that's appealing? Summoning. Increases your mana regen. That wouldn't be a bad thing. Wands. Increase spell power even more. That's appealing too. And general buffs. Gaining more mana I think is appealing too. I think I might go down that road. We'll go down here. Elemental status effects increase damage. That's worth it. Mental damage. Strong against targets with full health. Excess damage from killing blade darts and nearby enemies. Oh, that's kind of handy. But I think this is probably worth doing now. And then we'll look at buffing my mana afterwards. I think. Arthur? That spire doesn't look like something built by humans.
I suppose it wasn't. I can feel it guards something primordial within.
Interesting.
The markings on the stone resemble the work of the Fore-Dwellers.
You only wanted a hug, yeah.
In my time,
very, very firm hug.
Such inscriptions would shift and change, making them impossible to decipher.
Interesting.
Yet, I met some people who sought to unravel these mysteries. Most of them were Picts. I allowed them to explore Avalon without my oversight. And so, I remember that the royal geographers came to be. My favorite band of adventurers.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
True pathfinders. Avalon owes them a great debt.
Okay. Hold up, and away we go. So I want to head here, don't I? Vault riding just around the corner here. Ooh, there's a big old skull. Oh, yes, I remember. There is a photo mode. It's awful. I remember. Okay. Yes. Remember which game's which is has which features. Apparently the photo mode was quite a late edition, from what I recall. I seem to remember reading. Trying something ridiculous. Jump for a decent picture, or a better picture anyway. Don't know if that'll work or not, but worth a shot on it. It's cool. Well, anyway. Ooh, there's a shrine here. Is it another druidic one? It is. Wonderful. Feel like getting close to bone meal it is. I've got an amulet for my trouble. Okay. Is that any good? Can I use it? Waning Moon. Spell power by 10%. I can use it. Wonderful. And I get magic critical chance and max mana increased. Wonderful. That was actually worthwhile. Ooh. Included one at all. Photo mode, yeah. Points for that. It's unfortunately very useful. I'll show you why in a second. Just in case that guy comes over here, I would kind of like to deal with him now. Oh, got a kill shot from up in the wolf, and there's a fast travel point over here. This is where I need to be. So yeah, it always zooms all the way out. I can't zoom in. Well, I can zoom into there, but it always rotates around me, so I can get kind of selfies and stuff, but only so much. Yeah, but it always stays rotating around me, and I can't hide myself. So yeah, other than the fact that it will be quite a cool selfie effect there. It is rather of limited usefulness. It's a start. Maybe they'll upgrade it and make it a bit more useful going forward. So I need to rest here at night, I believe, in order to advance this particular quest. I'm hoping I might have the option to get me there without having to faff around, but apparently I don't, so. Rest until night time. Definitely room for improvement, yeah. Yeah. Nice. Howling of incoming weird weight woke me up. V, as in singular. I don't see a weird weight, so presumably because okay, now I see, now I can do it. Right. So we have to rest here. It's where the villagers all had their weird dream and that guy Cole, who went crazy and bit somebody, were camped. So I found myself in a strange dimension, perhaps the source of Cole's madness and the weird dreams. It doesn't look like the place I left, does it? It looks sort of like the place I left, but only sort of.
I'm hungry.
The guy, Cole, was biting people. I come into this place, and the first thing I hear is some weird voice yelling about how it's hungry. That doesn't bode well, does it? At night time, the weirdness rolls in. That happens, whatever, like every night. And it makes creatures more powerful and dangerous, and other supposed things happen as well. In this case, because I slept in the night out and I wasn't protected by putting the cobwebs into the fire, I can be attacked by weird creatures, which is what happened there and why I woke up. But if I had put cobwebs in, I'd be safe. In places like the fort, Excalibur's doing the same job as the cobweb-infused fire and protecting that place. Also, there's lots of hands on this cave entrance. That's creepy. Yeah, you need to go out at night when it's all dangerous, because that's when you get the ethereal cobwebs to enhance your bonfire, which is also necessary for fast travelling if you don't use a fast travel point, but also identifying things and doing other bits and pieces with your bonfire. Well, I don't know what's going on down here, but it's creepy. It's also a dead end, so let's carry on forward. This isn't ominous at all, is it? Just getting more and more ominous. Entirely sure that's the thing I want to be doing. We've got some figure in the middle of a sigil of some kind. Got a bad feeling about this. Habitat. So this is the guy I'm supposed to be coming to find. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 arms. He's a Fore-Dweller. Oh dear. Yeah, it does sound like a fun day at the office.
Come closer, please.
How about no?
Just for a brief moment. It won't hurt.
I'm going to upgrade that to fuck no. Who are you?
My name, in your language, it'll be Abhartak. I was imprisoned years ago by your king. Human, but inhuman at the same time.
Fore-Dweller from the look of it.
Whether I am defiled.
Imprisoned by Arthur, eh?
They left me here to endure hunger and pain. I cannot bear this form.
Ah.
It is twisted and unbefitting of a Fore-Dweller.
So he was compressed and somehow trapped in that form. What did you do to Cole?
So you've come here to save that man.
Weird night. I think I saw him in the distance and ran.
Fool.
Not on this side.
Help him now. His humanity has been devoured.
Yeah, it does seem like a fun day in the vocal booth. But this guy, I don't think I'm going to help him.
Freed from this pointless human existence. My death will change nothing. It has gone too far.
Interesting character.
Let me taste your blood. You too shall be freed.
Very early in the game, Ray. But lots of cool things ahead. Talk to everybody. Take the time, because it does take a while, but yeah, there's lots of stuff. Just recorded somebody in the smoking area. Yeah. What do you want to do? Just bite me from the sound of it.
Let me taste your blood.
So I'm going to take my fuck now and upgrade it to... Oh, hell no, motherfucker.
Let me bite you.
Why do you want to bite me? Very well, no, you die. Why?
Who is the pain. Yours and mine.
He's just told me what he did to Cole. Devoured his humanity.
And you need a bit of care. You humans are fragile.
Not exactly a persuasive motherfucker, is he?
Can handle that.
He wants to do to me what he did to Cole. No, fuck no. Well, I don't really want to kill him. I was going to say I'll leave him here, but I suppose somebody else might wander in if I do that, and then they might not be quite as sane as I am. And your mother too, I guess. I didn't have too hard a time beating this guy, even as a two-handed sword-wielding fighter, so... My undead minions did good work there, and surprisingly still holding up alright. Fore-Dweller Bauble. Using a target has 25% chance to build up frenzy on them. Very helpful, really. Unfortunately, he's told us that we can't do anything for Cole, which kind of sucks. Aligns with the depressing nature of the game, but his humanity is gone. Yeah, sounds like this guy's been imprisoned for about 600 years, and it's slowly drained him of whatever strength and power he had. He did say he was hungry. I'm guessing that's... He's implying he's trying to absorb humanity and gain his strength back to break free or something. That's my guess. Either way, I've slain him, and unfortunately there's no helping Cole, which really sucks. Leave time. Nearly 11 o'clock. So, I think... On the giant. Oh, we could do drinking buddies. Can I get to that one? Yes, I can. Let's do that before we head back in, because it's over here. Let's get back past where we helped out the imprisoned lady. Where we fought the bear and stuff. Otherwise I can't get up this cliff very easily. Can do, but it's not ideal. I'm still going to probably get shot at. Oh god, these guys are a whole thing. Weird spawn. Good to take down if I can, though. I've got some clips of me fighting some weird spawn. Level for my troubles. Wonderful. Oh, happy day. A bunch of ethereal cobwebs for my trouble out here. That was worth it. And I got a level. It should take me over the endurance level I needed to get to, because I needed to get to level 6. So, that's cool. I think I've very nearly caught up with my other character, and I've done less, which is interesting. I'm leveling more effectively on this guy. Definitely surprising. So, I was going to look at increasing my mana, wasn't I? Got here. Movement speed modifier increases spell modifier. That's not a bad thing. Movement speed penalty while casting a spell is lower, but uses up stamina. Okay. Mana regen is doubled outside of combat. Not that exciting. Max health is increased by 10% of max mana. That would be helpful. The spell restores some of its mana. Yeah, these just generally make you capable of casting more spells, so that's not such a bad thing. Now these aren't bad either. We've got summoning and wands and cubes. There's perception stuff, which is stealth daggers crits. Practicality is armor, but I've got most of what I want there. Statuses might be useful. Yeah, the status of this thing definitely will be worth putting some points into. Healing, not so much. Crafting, trading. Dexterity's got parry, but I'm not using that. Attack speed's not bad. Neither's movement. Endurance got shield, stamina, health. Not so useful on this character. Strength, unarmed, and varying weapon things. What's in general? It's just general melee stuff. Yeah, there's some good bits and pieces we can look into. Plenty of valid options. Let's have a look at maybe switching out some of my gear here for the druid stuff. Druid stuff better look good because I quite like the look of this outfit. So it seems to be more mana orientated than spell damage, which is interesting. Switched on. Oh. Ride on a little bit here. Need it. Yeah. Got some random undead that are wandering around in the weird darkness. And there's a whole bunch of roses here, which is helpful. Amongst other things. Ooh. Archer's Quicken Gloves. Yes, increase the speed you can draw your bow at. Raspberries. Very nice. Make a spot of jam. Not a devil's snare and daffodils, I don't think. Nice. So, there's no mother shrine here.
Who's there? The living don't come around here without a good reason. What do you want? To bring me peace? The quiet I so long for. Ask for a blessing from the shrine. You don't want to do that. It never ends well. I'm haunting the shrine against my will.
Interesting.
Wait. I can see you've met Berg. I can see the threads that connect you.
Thread, and you, what's your connection to Berg?
I remember him. The rest is a blur. We had a strong bond. We knew each other for years. We served together. Yeah, for years. I don't know much else. I keep forgetting things.
Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Kendall. Or I used to be. Hard to tell if I still am. Or only used to be. Maybe I usually am. I don't know. I'm too stupid for this. I once thought ghosts and wraiths must be wise. And yet, here I am.
No, they generally not much more than they were when they were expired.
I don't remember much. I was a keeper. A lance corporal. There was an ambush. Bandits. They killed me on the spot. It was right here, exactly in this spot. And from that very moment, I've been bound to this shrine. But I don't want to be.
Interesting.
My place is there, in the haunts of the south.
Can I help?
I need to finish my service. I need to rest somewhere more appropriate. Take my remains. Find Berg. He'll know what to do. That's all.
Okay. This is the thing that's bothering Berg that he wouldn't tell us about. His dead mate is haunting a shrine in the wilderness. Where did I leave my horse? Somewhere this way, wasn't it? Was he? Here you go. I can't whistle for the horse. There's a good feature that I'm happy is in this game. The ability to call your horse. So there's a whole bunch of stuff out here, but time is getting on a bit, so I think we'll make our way back. Could ride over there and fast travel. I think that's going to be the play. How's it going, ancient? You all right? Oh crap. I got myself into a spot of bother. Oh, his mate's got a bow. Well, I hadn't planned to deal with you lot, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, haven't you? Yeah, their numbers seem to be growing. This is not great. It won't be for long. They're all wearing metal, and I'm throwing lightning around. Lightning that's jumping from individual to individual. There we go. That's half their group down. Oh dear. Right, so that's everybody except one archer somewhere. Where this archer is. Over this way, apparently. The ranged archer, huh? Well, oh, the sun is arising, apparently. Fortunately, the arrow speed is ridiculously slow. And he's still got me in my melon there. It's stuck in my hair. Armor leveled up from that. Cool. Few less to bother me. Long sword. Most of their armor is not worth enough compared to its weight to carry it. I don't think that aged metal vest is either. Maybe at a pinch. Well, the pants might be actually decent weight to value ratio. Yeah, I mean, they're not terrible, are they? How's my carry weight looking? Also not spectacular. Take that for now. What else have we got? Rusty steel breastplate, I'm pretty sure is not. We'll check it. No, worth 20 and weighs 4. It's just not worth carrying that around. Oh, have a good night, Cal. Well, seeing as we're here, we've killed most of the bad guys here. The great bow. Thinking it might be worth run around see if I can find any more. The worn war pick's worth it. Or the battle hammer. Let's check. Battle hammer is 113 weighs 8. 113 weighs 3.5. The war pick's worth having. I'm going to drop the battle hammer though. What would they say? Found a bunch of dead bandits. They were just lying there, and all of them were missing their trousers. Now these, the longsword is not bad value. It's worth 50 is 0.8. Not that bad. 30 and 0.8, so it's not really worth it. 50 and 1.3. That's not worth having. Would increase your spell power. Actually, it's quite badass. 2.1 is probably not worth carrying around. 0.5, 10.8, 13.7 versus 14.7. Let's ditch those. Still over the carry weight. This is definitely not worth having. Okay, let's have a look at some of these weapons again. D and 1.3. Let's get rid of those. A little bit of wiggle room. Cool. Well, I've got most of these guys. I might as well take the bounty that's here, haven't I? Seeing as there is a bounty up top. Have some health potions. Check how my health potion situation looks. Fine, I think. Great. This is okay. We'll wait. Again, I managed to pick up a plate that I don't want. It's very slightly annoying, that. That too. There's some bits in here that are worth having a look at, maybe. Underlash. Parrying dagger. What about the parrying dagger? I don't think. Doubles your parrying window if you've got the skills. Thunderlash, that seems potentially interesting. There we go. Like a Saray, mana, way more damage. Mana cost is higher. Shoots a medium lightning shock. So it's similar to what I've got, but it's way more badass. It's purple. Cool. Upgraded my lightning spells. Well, I didn't plan to do that right now, but hey, I'll take it. Definitely gonna chalk that one up as a success story. Go on, that was there. It's a good place to go if you want like rogue type armor. Also rogue type weapons in general. Mana shield. Now, I wonder what mana shield does. I think it mana shield, if I remember rightly, means when you take damage it's split evenly between your health and your mana. So you take 50% less damage to your health, but 50% of it goes to mana. And that would make it, or at least a percentage of it can do. Not quite sure. I need to look that up, I think. Wrap my head around exactly how Mana Shield works, because it's a bit of an odd thing. It's not quite as obvious as one would expect, anyway. Go down here and get over there. Cool. No. A rock fish out of water. Halfway up a ruined castle, which is quite cool. I mean, if you're going to set up anywhere as bandits, a ruined castle would be the place to go, right? I mean, You'd think, anyway. You'd also think they'd have better gates, but make it harder to get in. And I just got Rogue Step, which increases dash speed if you've got enough dexterity. How much does that weigh? 1.5. Need to drop some weights then. These weigh 0.7 at 40. Okay. Six at 20. Worth getting rid of. Got on the weapons front that might be worth dropping. 0.8 at 30. 8 at 50. 1 at 75. 35 at 2.8. Jesus, that's not really worth that much, is it? Dull broadsword and a broken broadsword worth the same amount, does more damage. That doesn't make much sense. 35 at 3. 39 at 3. 100 at 3. That can go, I think. Be more worth dropping. I need to drop some other bits as well, because I know I'm going to pick some other stuff up in a minute. That'll be more worth carrying. Oh, I didn't do that very well, but oh well, could have been worse. Culinary Madness with Rumpolt's Part 4. That is life. In the south, I learned to extract the juices locked within fish and crab meat. The delicate Arctic requires the region's humid air, added fats of plant and animal. Temperature control is key. I discovered with local cooks while crafting 3 rich dishes: Rumpolt's seahorse saddle, stuffed eggs, and my favourite, sweet grease. This method, they say, dates back to the first settlers. Even Kamelot soldiers under Sewell Firstfoot used it to enrich their rations, boosting morale for battles against the Fore-Dwellers. Now I'm excited to set on another southern treasure, a unique cheese said to be the region's specialty. Okay, so I've got some more... stamina regen, okay. I got some more... recipes, that's what I was looking for. This guy's got Winter Crone's Wrath, a village healer's robe, which I probably don't really want, but it's Winter Crone's Wrath then. Sounds like it's a frost spell. Projectile does more frost damage from the look of it, yeah. Spread of 5 chilling projectiles, okay. And the heavy one is suture spread of 5 with increasing accuracy the longer the charge time. Ooh. Cool. Cool, he says about the frost spell. Ooh, that is quite badass. I was going to do 36 to 47 on the base. I'm using this for the channeled flame, aren't I? Yeah, I think I'll leave those where they are for now. Hang on a second. Which one's going to do more damage? Yeah, that one jumps between, so I'll keep that where it is unless it's a massive 7. Yeah, I think that's... we stick with the lightning one mainly, but if frost seems like it might be the way, then now I've got a cool frosty option. Nice. So I've got a couple of spells out of this that I wasn't expecting. Or a couple of spell upgrades, rather. Anybody else coming at me or anything else to find here, do I? No, I don't think so. Birdies flapping around. Having a hard time here. I was going to say hard lock, I guess. Alright. Like that time. How many did I got? I've still got loads of... Ooh, Scorching Blaze. What's the deal with this, then? Projectiles in both cases. So it's similar to the other one I had, but it's a projectile again. And it's less effective than Flame Torrent, apparently. Less damage, more mana cost. Explodes on impact and does AoE, though. Yeah, I don't think I want to use that one. I think for hitting multiple targets, let's stick with my lightning one. And also do more damage as well. It's just useful to have a fire one for certain things. Right. Time to get a little backup and go and deal with the boss. Silent Celia, who it turns out is not really withstanding lightning very well. Or my two skellies. Absolutely massacring her. Well for me, not so well for her. Oops. It's also hard. No, keeper's tags on that body, though. Howling Crest. I think that's a shield, isn't it? It is, yeah. Pushing costs 30 mana and creates a strong gust of wind, dealing damage to enemies in front. Successful blocks right before push increase damage dealt. So you can use it as a knockback. At a mana cost. Assassin's Armor. There we are. On downed foe. I still need to drop £5 from somewhere. Yeah, just got daggers with multipliers on the sneak attack damage. Otherwise, they're just ordinary daggers. I did find another set that had multipliers on like I think it was poison damage, like that. But I think it also came at the cost of poisoning the wielder, which was less appealing. Elsewhere, we haven't gotten that far yet. Maybe the save I found those. Okay, so I didn't plan to come in here, but it went well, and I've got more powerful spells and have profited from the demise of a bunch of I don't think I can fast travel because I'm over-encumbered. Yeah, did from the demise of a bunch of bandits, so I'm going to get rid of that. Doesn't weigh very much. Isn't worth very much. I need £1, so yep, that'll do it. Let's get back to the Horns of the South, wherein we can talk to Orla and turn in the head of this bandit as well. Okay, we'll trade first. So, let's get rid of... You're doing okay? I like it a lot. I'd say buy. I think it's a really good game. It's not perfect polish, etc., etc., but it's basically an indie, high-end indie kind of thing, so it's to be expected, but it's a really cool game. There is a demo out, which I have a feeling might be a slightly older build, I have a feeling, but there is a demo on Steam if you want to check it out before you buy, so you get the general gist of it, at least from that as well. But I think it's good. It's not an 80 quid type of deal either, it's a more reasonably priced game as well, so there is that. Yeah, I think it's really good. I've put a decent amount of hours into it and I'm thoroughly enjoying this. It's dark. It's adjacent to Elder Scrolls games somewhat, but much kind of darker world and more challenging in some ways. You build options and stuff, and yeah, I definitely think it's cool. I like it a lot. But it certainly doesn't hurt that the option is there to try a demo first, I don't think. I'm going to keep all of those. I'm going to keep those, get rid of those. That. Really no way I'm keeping some of this stuff, but... nonetheless, I'm going to do so. What's that? Critical chance for 20% for 90 seconds. It's worth more. Let's sell it, I think. Not a lot of health, 28. Yeah, let's sell that. So I can replace it with something that is slightly more effective. Cool. Not that. I'm not going to use those. Use those. Playing as a mage, I don't really need to... that's not terrible. I can't see myself using it, but... Yeah, I'm not going to... I don't see myself throwing grenades at enemies when I've got... Ooh, 5 encumbrance limit permanently. I'll use that. Yeah, I'm not going to be using projectiles and sort of bottled grenades if I have magic at my disposal, am I? So, on a different build, maybe, but not this one. Sell. That's everything I want to sell, I think. Yes, wonderful. So, Orla, I got the package from Nest.
That's the best news I've heard all week. Come on then, give it to me.
Not interested in what happened to Nest?
Not really. We
Tell
were
me.
never friends, just reluctant business partners. Her problems are hers alone, just like mine are mine.
You buy her armor,
As
by the
long
way, she
as
sells
they
it.
don't affect our mutual interests. Besides, it's a dangerous business. I know
Oh,
you can't
heartless
always
lady.
avoid the risks.
Mind you, it is that kind of world wherein, like, nice to know she's okay, but on the other hand, it's a rough old world. You know? Everybody's got the same kind of threat of death hanging over
Now
their
that I
head.
think about it, since you managed to bring that package and Nest decided to ditch me, you might as well help with the next part of the job.
Right, what's going on here then?
My client, you know who, wants
Captain
the
of the
package
fort.
delivered to a specific place.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're there, you'll use these very special arrows I'm about to give you and shoot the package from a safe distance. Regular arrows won't do the trick. And if you waste them before the job's done, I'll charge you for the next batch. These aren't gifts, they're tools.
Then what will happen?
Oh, come on. What do you think happens when you shoot flaming arrows at a mysterious package? Think for a second.
Something dramatic, I suspect.
Anyway, whatever opens up in front of you, check it out, and then tell me all about it. If I were you, I wouldn't touch anything. But if something catches your eye, well, maybe nobody will notice. Just make sure to open the passage.
So it's explosives. You sent me to get explosives. Wonderful. Does the captain know about this?
What does he care? He pays me to get the job done. How I get it done and whose hands do the work, that's my business.
To a certain extent, anyway, yeah. What might I find inside?
Am I some kind of seer? I have no idea. The captain's my client, not my
You're a poet
friend.
and you don't know it.
But if the rumors about him cozying up to the Dalriada tribes are true, you might stumble upon something related to them. Maybe some long-lost artifacts. I haven't got a clue. Personally, I think the captain's just trying to suck up to them. That would be very much like him. Keep your head down and your purse tighter.
So, Broadly sites apparently in there. Basically, I have an explosive package to
Please,
blow up.
state your business.
She gave me a bomb. She asked me to use a bomb.
You're my favorite kid.
Bounties and Silent Celia's head.
I see that Silent Celia has finally been shut up for good. She earned that moniker because she liked to silence travelers by slitting their throats. Well, I hope she met the same fate. I wonder what it sounds like when a blade pierces the trachea. Anyway, the reward is yours.
Do you keep bandits' fingers?
Weird boy.
Do you keep bandits' fingers as trophies?
So, 1,600 and a whole bunch of cash is not something I'm going to be turning my nose up at. Yeah, taking down these bounties is a great way of getting decent gear in the early game. So I'm going to store a bunch of stuff that I'm probably never going to use. Because it's fancy and you never know. That can stay as is for now, yeah. Store all this. I'm glad you can craft from your stash. It's very helpful. Again, a community player-based suggestion during early access, as I understand it, the stash. Which is part of the reason it's in such a weird place, I think. Where I would have put it, but anyway. Autopsy report, old letter, shady merchant. I want those, I think. Need those on me. Cool. So, what next? See if we've got anything to turn in over here.
You lost or what? It's you. Mahone is getting better.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you've done, but your results are remarkable.
Yes, we helped Cole.
Unfortunately, Cole isn't improving, but I'll allow the refugees to stay.
What about Cole?
His fate is in their hands. They'll do what they want with him. I'm not going to be responsible for his life. It's not our concern.
Again, all heart. You don't know. You don't want to know what caused this?
I only care that the situation is resolved. One less thing to worry about.
I've had another tag. Yeah, 700 for that. Found a couple of them actually. So we might as well go and turn. Oh, actually, I had gear I wanted to pull out of here, didn't I? Possibly. Not that though. Not that either. So the waning moon, I want those. Creatures of the waning moon, I want to check. And boots. Shoes. Book of Retribution. Weighs £1. That might be worth trying out. We'll see. So the trousers, how do they compare? More armor, way slightly more, which is not great. Increases my mana by 10 and increases my mana regeneration when not in combat versus just a flat max mana buff. I think it is marginally better, that. Marginally. Did I have gloves? I did. More armor, not quite as much spell power, but when my health is lower than my mana, I get an even bigger buff. Okay, yeah, we'll take that. Shoes, more armor, movement speed multiplier when mana is below 25% gives me spell power buff. Okay, so it's not quite as much direct spell power improvements as this gear is. I still need to find the headdress and the chest armor, but generally it's got secondary effects that aren't bad. They seem to have unlimited money as far as I can tell, Gray. It's not a bad thing. Wander around with 2 skeletons following me and nobody bats an eyelid. Yeah, it's if you really wanted to go heavy lore friendly, I suppose you'd dispel them before you came back into town, but or, you know, make them wait outside or something. It is what it is, isn't it? So, yeah, it's just mana regen. The other one was max mana, wasn't it? That's less mana regen. That is spell power, which wouldn't be a bad thing. Because I think I might have dipped my mana regen a little, have I? Spell power's dipped a little there. Yeah, not by much. Max mana's dipped a little. Spell power and max mana have dipped a little, so... Look at the headgear. That one's mana regen by 5 versus... Mana regen by less, don't care about that. Max mana by 10. Spell power by 10%. It's kind of more appealing, isn't it? I think spell power. Says it's not worth as much as mana regen, though. It weighs more. Does have better armor, though. Decisions. I think... So mana regen is still where it was. It's only a very slight buff to it anyway. Versus max mana or spell power, and spell power has taken a dip, so I think I will change this out for a bit more spell power. Stuff everything else that I don't need in here. If I put this on, what? Ooh, it keeps me in a light load, but only just. And it means I get increased lifesteal when I take damage. So that's not massively wonderful, but it's not bad. It gives me a little cape on the go at the back there. So that's okay. What else have I got here? Nothing exciting, I don't think. How are we doing for time? We're way over time. Okay, so I think that's alright. I think it's kind of fun to look at. It's in this one, isn't it? Show helmet on hero. There we go. Let's see how I look with my hood on now. Get slightly more wizardly, magey. I don't know. Kind of works. But a little less Rasputin though, so depending on how one feels about such things, it could be a good thing or not. The other character looks better when you can see his face, and yeah, this isn't bad. I do wish there was an entirely separate set of this that you could just has no weight, and you could, there's just an outfit slot and has no weight to it. That would be great. It doesn't give you the any other benefits of the stuff you're wearing as an outfit either. Be a cool way of doing it. Right, so I've got to turn in. I see a darkness down there, I think, which is with Cole, wasn't it? And do the best friends forever, and that's the end of that. So I think I might run off and quickly do that before we wrap things up, and then we've got a nice sort of everything's turned in and finished. It's a bit late, but it's a more tidy stopping point at that point, I think. Having to wait for vendors to reset is tedious. Yeah, it can be. Same when you get vendors that like won't buy stuff. Sometimes you get them. It's just like, okay, I only buy certain things that are related to the things that I stock. So weapons and armor only at a blacksmith and stuff like that. That kind of sucks. Again, I understand it from a narrative standpoint, but it's just kind of less fun. Ah, here we go. Beatrice.
Oh, it's you. Did you hear? The Keeper was cured. Cole wasn't so lucky.
Yeah, that's
He's
rough.
fallen into a strange state. A while ago, one of Fergus's men came by and told us, "You're bloody lucky Mahon got better." And that's the only reason we're still allowed to stay in the village.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I get it. The sense of Cole attacked this guy. Cole wasn't in his right mind though, and I mean they don't want to encourage it, but Cole wasn't in his right mind and driving them all out when they're making them all guilty by association or treating them as if they are is not great either. It's all a bit heavy-handed, but yeah, the whole situation's pretty grim. Nobody's particularly great in this world. Tell me about Cole and the strange state he's in. I found the source of what Cole this way, but it must be too late. You're going to stay here. Keepers just let him out and let him stay in the village. Tell me about the strange state.
He just sits there, staring. He doesn't
Morrowind had
notice
that,
anyone.
yeah.
It's almost as if all the life inside him is frozen.
I think people probably commented on it being
Even
a bit
the
too
part of him
annoying.
that was full of aggression.
Wow. Keepers just let him out to stay that way?
Most of
The
them
village?
wanted Cole dead, but Fergus forbade anyone from interfering.
He's not a complete write-off, that guy.
Since Mahon is getting better, he decided that Cole's fate is in our hands. But if anyone else raises a hand against him, they'd be sentenced, as if for murder. That cooled the tempers of the keepers and lessened the open hostility from the villagers. Besides, you've seen him. He hasn't moved much in the past few hours.
I haven't actually, but anyway. What are you going to do?
I can't abandon him. Even if he's not exactly the Cole I knew.
Doesn't in
he still looks
the
like
current
him.
one.
I won't ask you to end his agony. How could I? I'll take care of him for as long as he lives. And then, I don't know. I'll probably leave this godforsaken place.
Yeah, Oblivion Remastered doesn't have... you can sell anything to anyone, I think. As far as I've noticed you can. Although I do tend to go to general traders. No, I think you can sell anything to anyone. I can't remember what the original one was like. I'll end his suffering. You should be free of him unless I don't think so. I can kill him. You should be free of him. For my strength. Waste your life here. You have so much to live for. Yeah, I don't feel like going for any of those. It's all a bit grim. Like, killing the poor fellow is... I mean, there's an element of putting him out of his misery and stuff, but at the same time, we don't really know what is going on in his head, so just taking care of him, I think, is the play. Sorry, Patrice.
Sure. Easier. They say time heals all wounds.
Helpful in this case, I
One
fear.
feels like a wound that will always fester. One I can never forget.
This game does have one issue. Well, there's a number of issues, but anyway, that I'm noticing right now. The peasants' dress, they're all worn out, horribly dirty and holy and shit like that. So, well, actually, they would take a little bit better care of their clothes, and they would be more colourful than they are, for a sense of historical accuracy. And they won't be quite so dirty. So what was the last one I needed to do? One down here, wasn't it? That was it, yeah. Go and talk to Berg about Kendall, whose ghost we talked to. Yeah, I don't remember that clearly now. It's been a long time since I played the original. Just hoping they get that extremely frustrating audio bug sorted out. I spoke with Kendall.
Bloody hell. Not another ghost. Leave me alone. I swear if you don't leave me alone, I'll kill you.
I don't think you will. I need more perception or strength than I've got to either go for these ones. I only want to help. Will you tell me more? Or some people how people are haunted by ghosts end up. You really don't want to be in their shoes. I've got Kendall's remains.
Take this away from me. Don't you know this kind of thing tends to bring bad luck? I don't want to see him again.
Again?
I went there one evening. Gods only know why. I could feel something odd. Like I had Kendall thrashing around in my head already, calling to me. I've never been a godly man, you know. One time I visited a shrine, and look what that got me. A ghost hovering over my head. I dug around a bit looking for Kendall's remains, and then I heard howling, got scared and ran away. At first, I thought it was a wild animal, or some weird beast. Thinking about it now, I guessed it must have been Kendall. He was letting me know he was coming. Damn him.
Yeah, there was. I'm not. Yeah, they are all refugees as well. That's the other side to it as well, I think, Guy. It's not really surprising. They're not exactly wearing their Sunday best, as it were. I feel like some of the locals and the ones who are sort of situated at home ought to be a little better off than they are. But it's a tiny detail. One thing that gets me a little bit is the keeper's supposed scale mail they're wearing. Looks like it's fabric, not metal. Just something to do with the design and the texture of it, really. So you went looking for his remains. I brought you some remains. What's the problem here?
All right. I went there. And Kendall didn't say a thing about a burial at sea. All he said was that he won't know peace until he takes me with him to the underworld. I may be old, but I don't want to go there yet. The idea terrifies me. Now I see what he's up to. He's using you to remind me of his threat.
Maybe. Why would he want to kill you? Doesn't make any sense. Why would he haunt you and not the rest of your friends? Why would he haunt you and not the... Well, probably because he went there and the others did. Why would he want to kill you?
God damn it. We set our friend up. Don't you understand? We traded his life for ours.
Oh joy.
Tagden told the bandits to take Kendall because he was the commander. Told them he would be a good hostage. And if they let us go, he would tell the captain what had happened. And they just laughed, but I was still hoping they'd listen to Tagden.
Are you the only one feeling guilty about this?
I don't know. Tagden and Finley seem fine, but I've felt bone-crushing guilt ever since it happened. Wouldn't you be wondering if you could have done something more than just beg for mercy? Finley lost his tongue, Tagden his hand, and me. Now I'm an old hobbler missing a leg. We all have wounds to remind us of what happened until the day we die. And that's why we decided to never tell a soul. Please, take his remains away from here. Maybe say a good word about me to his ghost. My years of guilt must surely be enough penance.
So, this group of 4 guys, they sacrificed their commander to this group of bandits to die, and the bandits presumably killed the commander, cut Berg's leg off, cut Finley's tongue out, and cut the other guy, Tadgen, I think it was, cut his hand off. So they each lost something, except the commander, who they pointed and said, kill that guy, and they killed him. Yeah, if everyone makes mistakes or keep the skull, you deserve punishment for doing it. You did sell your mate up the river. I mean, they could have stood and fought and they'd all be dead probably, but I don't think there was a good outcome. But I think kill him, not me. It probably deserves a certain amount of suffering. Not that sympathetic to this guy's plight or his mates really at the moment. Yeah, maybe they'd have all died if they'd gone down any other road, but maybe they should have been trying to fight their way out rather than selling their mate out for to save their own skin, you know? In last season of Lost vibes from this. Well, I haven't seen much of Lost at all, so I can't make a comparison, but still. You know what? You can keep the skull and take your punishment, I think. Check to see if Kendall's finally free after gave his remains to Berg. There we go. Let's put my skillies away, shall we? Ooh, those are some creepy-ass gloves. And we've got a quick level to grab, I think, before we wrap up. Seeing as we're here, we might as well, hadn't we? Another point in spirituality, I think. 10, I might think about whether or not I want to put points elsewhere. Practicality or perception. I don't see a reason to. To be honest, on-weight multiplier maybe into some point into strength possibly, but for now I don't really see another reason to put anything other than spirituality and maybe a little endurance and strength. Because I don't need points in an attribute in order to level up the skill trees under that attribute. You can just crack on with that. It's cool. So we could go for elemental damage is stronger against targets with full health. Or elemental, each enemy affected by a status Increases corresponding damage type. Okay, that's maybe useful. Buffing mana. Mana outside of combat. What's this one? Max health is increased by 10% of your max mana. That's not bad, actually. It's going to continually buff my health in addition to the base level as my mana goes up, which is not a bad idea at all. Movement speed increases spell power. That's not terrible either. Movement speed penalty while casting spell is lower, so I can move faster while casting as well. That wouldn't be a bad thing. That will steadily up my health, so I might do that. Gaining extra mana. I've also... No, spell power is what I've just had go down, wasn't it? I don't think I can increase spell power directly. I could do it through ones and cubes, though. Soul cubes and ones increase spell power by when equipped. Yeah, that's probably a good plan, given that my change in armor is actually decreasing my damage output. Let's do that for now. Cool. Right, so what we're going to do for our next quest, I think, probably that one, all along the watchtower. And then we think about maybe pushing further up towards this area afterwards. We've got a whole line of stuff across here to do. So yeah, lots to do next time, I think. Where is my save? There we are. Should be along the watchtower. Cool. Yeah, nice. So... Nice. Cool. That was fun. Yeah, made a good bit of progress today. Crossed a lot of quests off. Got a lot of levels quite quickly, I feel, today. That was cool. Not sure what's different exactly, but I do seem to be racking up levels faster. Probably, just thinking about it, my guess is that I'm getting more points from slinging spells. I took out quite a few enemies this time, which was kind of the point of the exercise, but my other character is a two-handed wielder and therefore probably levels up more slowly because he does more damage per hit but less hits. So he's probably leveling up his secondary skills more slowly because he's swinging his sword less often. Whereas I'm throwing spells about much more. And that's leading me to level up that secondary magic skill more, which is probably resulting in faster leveling, I think. You got Hendrix playing in your head? Yeah. Yeah, my Hendrix knowledge is severely lacking. I should do something about that at some point. Might even have a CD floating around somewhere that used to belong to my dad. And I just assembled the old stereo recently. Ah, interesting. One to ponder, maybe. Yeah, I'm enjoying this game a lot. I am going to have a quick gander and try and find out whether or not the patch, the unofficial patch for Oblivion Remastered, actually does fix the audio bug. I certainly didn't have the patience to do it last night. It was too pissed. But we'll see how it goes from there. Hopefully that'll do it. If it doesn't, well, we'll sick things out as they are. Focus on Tainted Grail and Atomfall. If it does work, I'll probably switch it back over and still go back to doing once in a while on Tainted Grail and focus on Oblivion if it does work. But we'll see. I'll think. Yeah, definitely want to ponder in the next few days. Anyway, tomorrow, if Bethesda get the current issues with the perks and punch card machine fixed in time, we'll stream Fallout. Currently, the perk card machine thingamajigger is working, but they've disabled a whole bunch of perks. So I'm kind of in that. I'll do just enough to. I've done some dailies, and that's about it. Today, but yeah, I think if they haven't got it fixed by the evening, which is fine, it needs to take time, then we'll play Atomfall instead tomorrow. If they have got it fixed, we'll do Fallout. I think that's the plan, and then Thursday, Friday be Atomfall anyway. Let's mics in frame. Yeah, I've gone back to my old mic. Before I had this setup, this is pretty much this exact same setup, back in the day, but I kept whacking the microphone arm, and it was making a lot of noise coming through, and it wasn't good. So I decided to look into getting a boom mic, as I wanted one for other uses as well when I take the camera elsewhere, which I've still got. In fact, it's still set up because I still haven't made a firm decision. Yeah, I switched over to this one because this is a nicer mic. It's better quality, and I spent enough on it. I did. It's not like that one was exactly tuck and tape me either. And it's just been sat in a drawer for ages, so I wanted to break it out and give it a go. My original idea was I was going to see if I could do voiceover with this one and then just use the boom mic for like more on-camera stuff, so this doesn't have to be in frame, that sort of thing, and streaming. But I'd have to faff around no end, or at least to some extent, unplug one, plug the other one in. Otherwise, both mics will always be on in OBS if I have them both plugged in. It was just slightly annoying, or more than annoying enough anyway. So I thought I'll have a crack at it. And I think so far we're doing okay. Not 100% sold on having figured out the EQ on this yet, but it should be better. There's some sort of space and room noise that is, not noise, because room noise is not a good thing, but room space that comes through in the sound with the shotgun mic that I don't get with this, because it's right up in my grill. But it should be a generally higher quality sound on this one. I still need to do a bit of fine tuning. I'm still tweaking it. I did my whole EQing setup again over the weekend. Monday? Yeah, during the day yesterday with this. So hopefully it should sound all right. Yeah, we'll see how we do. It's a good mic though, so it feels bad to leave it just sat in the drawer, you know. And so yeah, we'll see how we do with it. Well, I have still been hitting the mic stand on occasion when I try and move my hand around it, because yeah, it's like 6 inches from my face maybe, and I've just pushed it back a bit here. When I'm sitting up straight, it's like a bit closer. But it's more sensitive enough to be far enough here, and it sounds all right. When I initially had it up, I was absolutely obsessed with making sure it was as good as humanly possible. I still want to try and make sure it's as good as possible, but I'm not going to worry quite so much about having it right up in my face and stuff. I've got like 2 different pop filters for it, but they're in the drawer back there, of different designs, as well as this one as well. And I was like, you know what, this one's probably more than enough. The others are not going to do much better. So I picked up what should have been my best of the other ones, and I picked up this one, and I just tried blowing very hard through them with my hand behind it, just to see how much air got through, and it was pretty much identical. At that point, I was like, instead of having a big old wheel in front of me here, a big old circle, let's just have this little thing that's less in the way and seems to be just as effective. So yeah, my previous obsession with messing around with that stuff has kind of settled into a slightly more chilled version. Also, the micro arm here, which is an interesting scenario, was a present that was also not cheap, so I felt bad for not using that as well. I was using the base of it as a cable management option, but that was about it. So, yeah. But glad to have that up and running as well. But the springs in this are too strong for the setup I've got on it, because the microphone is very, very small, as you can kind of see. It's not very large. Obviously, it's too close to the camera to give you a real idea of what it actually looks like. But where's my mouse? There it is. This might help. Quite a big mouse, but still. The mouse is considerably larger than the microphone. And as such, the weight isn't there to kind of offset the springs and the mic arm. So I've had to literally do what I did last time and tape a box full of staples to the end of the mic arm to give it a bit of extra weight so it doesn't fly around. Otherwise it would just start to creep up on me. Whereas like this, it just stays where I put it more or less. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, folks, yeah, maybe Fallout tomorrow if they get the issue fixed. If not, we'll do some Astonfall and continue on with Wicked Isle, which should be cool. I do want to give it another shot. I said last night, actually, I did see a review pop up with the gist of it was that the base game is better than the DLC, and we'll see whether or not I continue to feel that way. My first impression is I might be agreeing with that review. We will see. Looking forward to trying some more anyway. So, thank you for hanging out tonight. I've had fun. Like, subs, notification bell, all the good stuff if you are down. I do appreciate. Channel memberships, if you want to, are down underneath the stream on the blue join button. And yeah, social media links in description as I'm posting over there because, well, yeah, the notification bell is only semi-reliable. Yeah, Staples is balanced. Well, I need something solid. I want some kind of weight that I could just tape on that was a single solid object. And it's just a box. Hang on, maybe I'll be able to see this. Oh, hang on. Yeah. It's not having my fingers off as well. Yeah. You know, it's basically a solid block of metal, isn't it? When it's full of staples. And I haven't really got anything else that's the right kind of size and weight will do the job, and we'll just tape on quite nicely. Not that I don't mind having attached there anyway. But hey, it works. Anyway, it is ridiculously late, so I'm going to chill and then crash. So, until tomorrow, look after yourselves, stay safe, and yeah, catch you around about 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Should be good for a little atom fall. Oh, till then, have a good one. Night, folks.